He balled up his fists, leaned back, and headbutted me square in the nose.
But never did I myself reach the point of striking Miss Heard in any way.
A juror in the Amber Heard case stated that she was not believable. What do domestic and sexual violence experts have to say about credibility? Keep watching to find out. A male juror in the defamation trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard spoke with Good Morning America Thursday about why the jury ruled that Heard defamed Depp, telling Good Morning America that jurors were struck by Heard's failure to complete her pledge to donate all $7 million from her divorce settlement to 2 charities, and that they didn't think she behaved in the right way. The juror also stated that the jury's decision was made in part because they did not find Heard's demeanor believable. Hello and welcome to another incredible video from our channel. In this video, we'll show you how this jury exposed Amber Heard for attempting to manipulate them. But first, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell button so you don't miss any of our videos. So let's get this started. She appeared to be able to manipulate her emotions. She would cry after answering one question, then turn ice cold 2 seconds later. It didn't appear natural, said the juror. Experts in trauma, domestic violence, and sexual assault say victims frequently act in ways that call people's beliefs into question. Most people have inaccurate stereotypes about victims based on what they've seen in the media or heard from others in their lives. Most survivors are afraid of how they will be perceived if they come forward. These assessments of how real victims react or respond to abuse and trauma are frequently very limited. A victim may be dismissed for being too emotional or not emotional enough, too calm, or too upset. What we must remember is that talking about their trauma experiences, particularly for victims testifying in court, can be extremely re-traumatizing, said Laura Palumbo, the National Sexual Violence Resource Center's communications director. When having to retell your experiences of abuse, there is no one right way to react or respond, and the pressure victims face knowing they are being judged, blamed, or not believed only makes the process more difficult, she added. Nicole Bedera, a sociologist who studies sexual victimization and perpetration, believes the jurors' comments reflect victim expectations. Victims are individuals. They feel a wide range of emotions, and yes, neutrality is included. In fact, neutrality is especially common after large, exhausting displays of emotion. When our emotions become overwhelming, numbness protects us, she stated. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, intimate partner violence, which can be physical, sexual, emotional, or economic, is a public health issue that affects millions of people in the United States each year. 1 in every 4 women and nearly 1 in every 10 men has experienced some form of intimate partner violence. Here's how legal experts explain the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard verdicts. The libel trial of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard has concluded, with Depp emerging victorious. A jury awarded the star more than $10 million in damages, essentially agreeing that Heard's 2018 opinion piece about being a victim of spousal abuse, in which she did not name Depp, harmed his career. However, the jury also awarded Heard $2 million after one of Depp's lawyers, Adam Waldman, had previously called Heard's claims a hoax. Heard's spokeswoman, Alafair Hall, told USA Today that she intends to appeal. Heard's attorney, Elaine Breedhoff, discussed the appeal plans with the Today Show, telling host Savannah Guthrie that she has some excellent grounds for it. She was demonized here, said Breedhoff. A number of things were permitted in this court that should not have been permitted, and this confused the jury. The attorney also claimed that despite being told not to look at the case outside of the courtroom, social media influenced the jury's decision. Every night they return home. They have households. The families have taken to social media. Because of a judicial conference, we took a 10-day break in the middle. There's no way they weren't influenced by it, she explained. Both Depp and Heard were using the court of public opinion to audition for the chance to star in another $1 billion film. After the verdict, criminal defense attorney Joshua Ritter of Worksman Jackson and Queen LLP, a former Los Angeles County prosecutor, said, and after this trial, Depp is likely to have another opportunity, whereas Heard may struggle to return. In closing arguments, Depp's attorney Camille Vasquez and Benjamin Chu painted Heard as the abuser in the couple's troubled marriage. Heard's lawyer Benjamin Roddenborn called Depp a monster who abused his ex-wife and engaged in an ongoing smear campaign that began when the couple divorced. But Heard was untrustworthy, according to trial attorney Krista Ramey, co-founder of the Los Angeles-based civil litigation firm Ramey Law PC. She appeared and sounded phony and rehearsed, like an actress reading from a script. she did a lot to hurt her case. Depp, 58, sued Heard, 36, for $50 million in December 2018, claiming she defamed him in her Washington Post opinion column, which is printed in Fairfax County, Virginia. In response, she countersued him for $100 million. On the stand, both actors delved deeply into their mutually destructive relationship. In response to Heard's allegations of assault and his history of substance abuse, Depp told the courtroom, "The only person I've ever abused in my life is myself." Heard testified in court that her ex-husband knows he's lying, or else why can't he look at me? The jury was made up of 5 men and 2 women. According to Aurelian, Depp gained a lot of goodwill by using the trial to tell his side of the story and rebuild his image, and his victory may encourage other celebrities to use the courts as a platform, assuming there's some truth to their side. But most celebrities cannot bear such an ordeal, which is why they usually settle out of court. We've never seen a celebrity trial like this before, and it's unlikely to happen again for a long time. There was a tweet that struck a chord with many people and perfectly articulated their feelings on the subject. Regardless of the outcome of the trial, Heard has already lost. The tweet stated, "She's no survivor. She's no longer a perpetrator. She's become a meme. Whichever side any of us are on, we've collectively turned domestic abuse into sport." The person behind the tweet later added, "This is one of our Squid Games." However, there was a heated debate about the trial's outcome and how it set back precedents for victims. With Depp's victory in the defamation suit, the Pirate star found plenty of support for how Heard's abusing her debts has pushed the Me Too movement back decades and essentially has hurt the victims and survivors. Depp versus Heard, the catastrophic result. Michelle Dauber, a law professor at Stanford University and an advocate against campus sexual assault, called the decision the single worst decision for survivors by a court in decades, and said it demonstrated a profound lack of understanding by the judge of sexual violence. Every victim will think twice about coming forward and seeking a restraining order or telling anyone about any abuse they are experiencing after this, she said. Women may be injured or even killed if they do not seek help. This case has been a total flop. It could have disastrous consequences. Heard was forced to describe her alleged rape in graphic detail on television. Dauber added, "That shocks the conscience and should offend every woman and survivor, whether they agree or disagree with the verdict. I don't think we have a society yet that understands the dynamics of domestic violence," said Ruth Glenn, president of the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence. It's troubling that Heard faced on-camera and off-camera social media scrutiny over a defamation trial rather than an abuse trial. Even convicted criminals of sexual assault and rape, such as Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, and Bill Cosby, have not faced this level of media scrutiny. For many, the trial verdict represents a step back in terms of abuse victims speaking up for themselves. For many others, it was the correct decision. However, Amber Heard was correct about one thing. She most definitely faced our culture's wrath, but this time, she had to deal with it on a much larger scale. Please share your thoughts in the comments section. The video has ended. Thank you for taking your time to watch this. If you liked it, please tell your friends about it and subscribe to our channel for more great videos and current information. We look forward to seeing you in more videos in the future.